Welcome to my fourth video on investing church reserve fund. Today I will discuss how you can get the process started within your church. Let's first acknowledge that this is going to be a Hercules task. I'm proposing a 5-step plan to help ease the transition. Step number 1, start the discussion in the church board. You can use my YouTube episode number 1 to see if the church board can come to a consensus that we are the Lord's servants and the Lord's expectation on the money subject may be higher than we may think. Will He call us unfaithful or even wicked and lazy? In our discussion, we need to examine ourselves to eliminate greed in our hearts. If we are thinking about fame and influence with more money, then the motive is not pure. Only when the entire board line up with the Lord's heart can we move on to the next step. I would suggest that you watch the first 3 episodes because my simplistic approach can eliminate a lot of fear. I feel that we need to focus on what the Lord wants from His servants in the context of the church. I don't want any lack of know-how to muddy up the true issue. Number 2, hold town hall meetings and discussions in fellowship groups. The purpose is to communicate with the congregation the rationale behind the switch. Expect objection from lack of understanding of the proposed investment approach. Giving a clear understanding of how this approach will work will clear up a lot of uncertainty. Fame and influence should not be factors in making the decision. Being faithful to the master is utmost important. This step emphasizes open communication. Honest and frequent communication can solidify the congregation. Only when the board and the congregation agree should the next step be initiated. If the congregation has any reservation, the board should not push the agenda forward. Step number 3, formalize the consensus into actionable plan. This will be done out of an approval out of the annual members meeting. Everybody should have the understanding that we submit our plan and action into the master's hand. We are simply stewards. Only the master will decide the return of the investment, and only he will reveal how he is going to use the fund and at what time. Document not just the voting result, but also the thoughts that go into the vote. It won't take long for the congregation to stare at the money and forget about everything else. Step number 4, open a brokerage account for nonprofit organizations and start investing. I don't want to make a name recommendation, but I would choose one that offers free commission and fast month-end statement availability. As mentioned already before, a consultant or a wise elder can assist the finance committee in executing investment decisions. Step number 5, review investment status only annually or when a buy and sell decision has been executed in the board. Thank you for watching. I appreciate any comments and feedback that you may have.